Rick Perry comes out and immediately causes massive trouble on the campaign, talking about Ben Bernanke, the head of the Federal Reserve. Get a load of what he says.
If this guy prints more money between now and the election, I don't know what y'all would do to him in Iowa, but we would treat him pretty ugly down in Texas. I mean, printing more money to play politics at this particular time in American history is almost treacherous, or treasonous, in my opinion.
Treasonous is pretty heavy words, man. Now, look, I don't agree with Ben Bernanke's policy of printing more money. I think it's a terrible idea. But, you know, the only thing I want to treat him ugly to is to show him the consequences, which is have him unemployed like 9% of this country, right? But if you're running for president, you're talking about treating him ugly down in Texas. That does not sound good. Now, Nouriel Roubini tweeted out, and he's one of the top economists in the country, and he's at NYU, and he said, look, it's almost as if this thug is threatening to do him bodily harm, to maybe even kill him. Now, I'm not sure I'd go that far, but you can't, it's irresponsible to talk that way. It's crazy, okay? As much as I might disagree with Bernanke or he might disagree with Bernanke. Second of all, just because we disagree with him doesn't mean they're treasonous. He started out by saying treacherous. That's a little bit more reasonable, but treasonous, no, that is ridiculous. Now, I'm not the only one upset. Nouriel Roubini's not and progressives are not the only ones upset by this. Actually, the whole Bush team is livid over it. It's fascinating. So let me give you some quotes. Former Bush Deputy Press Secretary Tony Fratto said the comments were, quote, inappropriate and unpresidential. Then Nicole Wallace, who served as White House Communications Director, came out and said, someone who wants to be the next president probably shouldn't use these words. She also said, lay off some of this personal stuff and keep it ideological. Then, here comes Karl Rove. So he weighs in. He says, it's his first time on the national stage, and it was a very unfortunate comment. You don't accuse a chairman of the Federal Reserve of being a traitor to his country and being guilty of treason and suggesting that we treat him pretty ugly in Texas. That's not, again, a presidential statement. Governor Perry's going to have to fight the impression that he's a cowboy from Texas, and this simply added to it. And then, we're not done yet. We also have White House Office of Strategic Initiatives, Peter Wenner. He was, the deputy assistant to Bush at that time in that office, and he called it irresponsible libel. Then he went on to say, people shouldn't throw around the words almost treasonous loosely, and certainly a person running for president shouldn't do such a thing. And then he said, but Perry should offer a substantive critique of Bernanke's policies, not libel the man. It's not helpful to our country. In the meantime, Perry ought to offer a retraction and an apology. So I get a couple of different things from this. Number one, the Bush people do not like Perry. I mean, this is an avalanche of former Bush guys going after Perry. And that's, look, did people inside the Bush administration accuse Democrats of being near treasonous before? Absolutely. Did they all fall down on him like a ton of bricks? Absolutely not. So why are they going after Perry this hard? There's personal animus here, no question about it. Second of all, everybody from the right wing to the left wing reacting to this, I think partly rightfully so, no question. He shouldn't have said any of that stuff. At the same time, there's this warning bell sent off by Wall Street. Hey, Bernanke prints that money for us. Lay off, big guy. You don't know what the hell you're doing. What's with all these shirts? What do you got, like 28 different colors?
No, I have 3.
Did Young Turks finance these t-shirts, or did you finance them?
Young Turks financed it? They were cheap. I got 3 made for like $100.
Wait a minute, that ain't cheap at all.
We've already beat TYT shows.
Oh, please.
And TYT Sports.
Oh, please. She's grabbing all the right people.
Everyone like loses in their pants for JR.
That's your big scoop. Enjoy.
We do TYTU live on theyoungturks.com, 5 p.m. Eastern time every Tuesday.
That's ridiculous. Give me that shirt back.